Well, good evening, everyone. This is a really weird camera angle, so just hey. Welcome to a new reading vlog. I'm Allie. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do what I realistically read in a week vlog because I find these fascinating and I really want to look at my reading habits, I think, because I consider myself a reader. Reading has become very embedded in my identity. I feel like people in my real life know me as that book bitch, which I love. I love that's the legacy I have now. But I wanted to just have a look. I wanted to investigate, okay? I wanted to investigate my reading habits, how many pages I read, like average per day. Do I actually read every day? Am I actually a mood reader? Like, do I read depending on my mood, or do I like subconsciously have a routine that I do regardless? Like, I just want to know. So that's what we're doing this week, and I'm going to take you along with me. It is Monday, the 23rd of October. It is 6:22 p.m. I have read absolutely nothing today as of right now, so I won't most likely update you until like the day after for this vlog, but I've been marking today. It's marking season again. I also was reading an article that I need to review, so I haven't necessarily read books, but I'm excited because I went to the library today and look what I randomly borrowed for funsies, because I've been dying to read this. So I borrowed Good Omens. I'm currently reading This Other Eden by Paul Harding, which is shortlisted for the Booker. I am reading that for my Booker vlog. I'm not going to really talk about it much here because I'm going to do it for that vlog, but it's taking me so long to read. But I only have like 60 pages left, so I'm considering finishing that tonight and starting this for something fun and light, because I haven't read anything like that recently. It feels like I'm reading a lot more literary books and classics because it's been Victober as well, so I'm excited to see what happens tonight. Or I'll just read fanfiction. I'm rewatching Supernatural and all I want to do is read Supernatural fanfiction again, like a teenager, like my teens, right? But I'm excited to see what happens. But yeah, if that sounds interesting, keep on watching. I don't know what that was. I went to the doctor's today, and I feel like that's why my mood, I feel very like muted. I feel muted. Okay. I'm gonna continue marking, and then I will update you tomorrow when I've actually read shit. Hopefully. Bye everyone. So a quick update. It is now Tuesday night. So my update for yesterday. I read nothing. I did not pick up my book at all. At all. 0 pages read. Instead, what did I even do? I watched a bit of YouTube and then I fell asleep. So, yeah. That was funny. It was funny because I was really expecting to start the week off really strong, you know, but no, that didn't happen. 0 pages read. And I think I had to go to the doctor yesterday. I had to get like ECG and stuff done. So I was driving around a little bit, and I think the exhaustion of just being out all day and driving all day hit me, and so I read nothing. So there you go. Anyway, I'll let you know if I do any significant reading today. I have read today, actually. I finished a book. I finished This Other Eden by Paul Harding. I'll leave my thoughts for the book vlog, but I read from page 182 to 221, and that's all I read. And I'm now going to go to bed, so I'll speak to you tomorrow, friends. This is already a really weird vlog. Good morning, friends! It is Thursday morning. I read nothing yesterday as well. This is the most hilarious what I realistically read in a week. But it's very realistic. I haven't read. But in my defense, I fell asleep at 7:30 last night. 7:30. I'm not even exaggerating. I fell asleep at 7:30. Woke up a couple hours later like, what? Everything was on. Everything was on still. My blinds were open, my lamp was on, my iPad was playing. I was like, what the fuck happened? I had chamomile tea last night. It knocked me the fuck out. Literally, don't remember what happened. I'm justified because I fell asleep. Like, I was literally asleep. So hopefully I read some today, because this is a very boring vlog for you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another day. So I actually read. I read last night. Are you proud of me? I read last night. I read 131 pages. That's right. I'm back. I'm back in the game. I'm back into it. I actually started a new book last night. This is a book that I wasn't anticipating reading because it was a spontaneous borrowing from the library. Just fix it up here a little bit. It was a spontaneous borrowing of the library. Let me just do that actually, because that's... And I wasn't expecting to read it. But I've been wanting to, but I haven't bit the bullet and purchased it because I was too afraid. I wasn't too sure about the authors. I had never read one, and I have read the other, and I did not like it. And that's Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Is it Pratchett? Yep, it's Pratchett, not Patchett. I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. Just the characters. The characters are amazing. I've watched the first season of Good Omens and fell in love with it. And this is just, I didn't realize like how true to the source it was. It just is so fucking good. It's so good. Okay, so if you don't know what Good Omens is, it's a story about the apocalypse and the Antichrist, and it's absolutely ridiculous and slightly satirical. It is about an angel named Aziraphale and a demon named Crowley. See, I say Crowley because of Supernatural, but it's not Crowley in this, it's Crowley. That's how the series, like the TV show, says it. I love it, and it's about them trying to figure out a way to like stop the end of the world, and shenanigans happen. There's a bunch of nuns who are Satanists. It's just so good. It's just so good. It was written in the it was published in the 1990s. It was literally published in 1990. It is older than me. It's, 33 years old, and there was an instance of a young child saying the F slur. So there's that. Just want to make sure you're aware, which was really like, I was like, oh my god. There are like, bits and bobs that are a bit like, but overall, this is so much fun. Now, the why I was so hesitant to pick this up and why I ended up borrowing it instead of buying it is because I've never read Neil Gaiman before, didn't know if he was for me. I've read one Terry Pratchett and absolutely detested it. So I was like, I don't know if this is going to be a fit for me, but I love it. I love it a lot, okay? I love it a lot. And it's making me want to start maybe like a series where I try one or the other, or both. Like, where should I start with Terry Pratchett? Kind of thing. And where should I start with Neil Gaiman? Let me know. I'm so happy that I started this last night. I couldn't stop reading, and it's really easy to read. Because like everything, it's so large, and it's just so good. It's just so good. So definitely going to be continuing this tonight. I'm so happy that I can actually update you all and say I actually read. So it's now been emphasized to me that I am definitely someone who is impacted heavily by my mood, like, which I knew that was the case, but exhaustion, like tiredness, like what I do during the day impacts directly on what I do at night in terms of my reading, which I didn't think. If you were like, I don't know, I feel like I would have just told you, no, I'm pretty sure like I read every day because that's what I do. That's how I chill. No. I fall asleep very quickly. When I'm tired, I don't do anything. Like it's just really interesting to me. So yeah, and then I got a new fairyloot book that I don't think I've shared, and I'm really excited to read it. It's this one. It's The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon, and it looks really good. I know that I sound really surprised, but fairyloot recently for the adult book box, I'm not enjoying them. They're not bringing me joy majority of the time. There are a lot of misses for me. I wish they did like the adult book box fantasy and then do another book box or another box that's like a fantasy romance. I feel like there are so many great fantasy books out there that like the marketing of having like a fairyloot special edition would be amazing, but they only ever do, I feel like they only ever do romance fantasy, which is fine, but more often than not, they don't feel actually adult. They feel more like older young adult. And so it's not been bringing me joy recently, except for a few. Like I have to say, like In Eliza Puppets hit. Son of Blood and Ruin is one that recently came, I think, a couple months ago, that I'm actually excited about. And The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, I really want to read. City of Dusk, I'm also looking forward to, but that's really it. Oh, and Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. That's really it. Like I just haven't been feeling like super inspired to read them, which is really sad. So the fairyloot thing is definitely something that I'm going to be reevaluating my relationship with towards the end of the year. What I'm going to do, I think, is, this has not got to do anything about my reading habits, but kind of it does. I was thinking about maybe doing like a month-long reading vlog where I focus on reading fairyloot books to actually see, like, out of the ones that I have, how many are hits and how many are misses, and like maybe should I reconsider paying for this service. So I think I might be doing that soon. Yeah, I think I might be doing that soon. I'm trying to think. No, I do have a lot of ones that I still keep. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing, because it's just for one book, even though it is a special edition and it's incredible and whatever, it's $60 Australian. So because the shipping costs, I think, like 20 bucks. So it is a commitment, especially in my current position. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, that I think I want to do, because I think that would be really interesting to see out of, I don't know how many I have, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 out of 13 books, out of 13 fairyloot books that I have on my shelf, how many do I actually like? 2 of those, 3 of those, I you know when they send out, you can pre-order some, 3 of those were that. The rest were from book boxes, so we shall see. I honestly have more, but they're in a bag because I want to sell them. So maybe I should work through that bag as well. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like I might, because I'm a bit weird with this book box at the moment. Anyway, that's all of my wonderful, I'm so happy that I actually read. And I'll keep you updated as to what I do tonight. If you don't know, it's gonna be a week long, so my last update for this vlog will be Monday morning next week to talk about Sunday. It's gonna be like a full week. That was my update. I'm very happy, as I just said. I will keep you updated as per usual. I'll see you soon. Sorry, it's a Saturday update. It is now Sunday. I read 184 pages. I'm pretty slow this week, and you don't know this, but I actually started I scrapped this vlog. I started doing this vlog last week, but then because of various things, I just forgot to update, and I'm gonna restart it, start it on like the following Monday, which is what I did, well, the Tuesday, if that makes sense. But I noticed last week when I was filming this, I was writing everything down as well. I read nothing Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Is this a trend that I don't even know? Like I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. But I did read yesterday 184 pages. I'm really enjoying Good Omens. I'll talk more about it like when I actually finish it, but I think it's a good book and it's funny and I'm enjoying it. There are some things that I'm just like, oh, why was that included? You know, the fat phobia, the homophobia, the just like random racism, but it was published in 1990, but still. So yeah, that was that. But I do love it, and I think that I want to rewatch Good Omens season 1 in order to watch season 2. I'm really enjoying it, so that's a good thing. I don't know what the day is going to bring, but I'm hoping that I read more. I feel like I might do this in a few months again, because I really want to see if there's a trend in my reading, in the sense that I actually like typically don't read on certain days. I don't know. I just found it really interesting. But there you go. There's the update. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So it's actually Tuesday. Yeah, I got food poisoning. I don't want to talk about it. It was atrocious. Anyway, I did read though. So Sunday update. I finished Good Omens. So I read 87 pages of that. I really liked it. It felt cozy, you know? It felt really cozy. I liked that story. It was funny. It was interesting. Makes me want to rewatch the series so I can finally watch season 2. I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it, I think, 3.75 stars. Only because I felt like it just dragged. towards the end. That could have also been my mood, but I just wanted it to end. I'm like, okay, we get it. Can we just like get a move on, please? Can we get a move on, please? I'm like, it doesn't have to be 411 pages. It could have been 300 and something. Okay? Anyway, so really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm really happy that I spontaneously borrowed that from the library, to be honest. And then I actually also read 79 pages of a book that I spontaneously took off my shelf, which is At Night All Blood is Black by David Diop. I actually ended up finishing this yesterday, on Monday. But what do I say about this book? It was heartbreaking. It was visceral. It was very emotionally, like, it was just emotionally impactful. If you don't know what At Night All Blood is Black, oh my god, can I even speak? At Night All Blood is Black by David Diop. It won the International Booker in 2021, I think, or 22, one of those years. You have two young men, I should say, called Alpha and Mademba. They're fighting in World War One. They're Senegalese, from Senegal, and they're fighting for France, because I'm pretty sure France colonized. Am I right? France was recruiting various people from its colonies. I think not much was given in terms like about that, but I think historically, is that, I'm most likely wrong. Anyway, so Alpha and Mademba, they're not blood brothers, but they're brothers of the heart, and they're best friends, and they go to fight. And then Mademba dies. This is not a spoiler, it's literally on the blurb. Mademba dies tragically. Alpha is like holding his hand whilst he passes away. And that experience changes Alpha's life incredibly, right? For the worse, I should say. Worse. The book is quite small. It was only 145 pages, and it's just his descent. I think on the back it says that his descent into madness. It's so sad. It is so sad. He goes from, like, not vengeful, but kind of, but his vengeance is also a way to essentially like what's that word? Reenact the moments of Mademba's death, to do it more humanely. And by that, because Mademba by the end was begging Alpha to just kill him because he was suffering really badly, but Alpha's like, no, I can't do that. But then when Mademba dies, Alpha's like, I should have. Like, what is humane when we are all here killing other people? You know what I mean? So it talks a lot about that, about kind of like the politics of war, but also like what is considered polite in war. Like, oh no, this is civil. Like, we only kill other people during designated times kind of thing. So it like commentates on that, and it also is an exploration of race and mental health. It's really sad. I would recommend this to people only if you are in a good space to read it, because there were points I had to close the book. I was like, this is a lot and it's affecting me. But it's so beautifully written. David Diop is an incredible author. I'm really looking forward to reading something else from him, actually. I think he has another book out. So I read 79 pages of that, and then I ended up finishing it yesterday on Monday, which I'll talk now because it is Tuesday and I'm going to finish this vlog. So I ended up finishing At Night All Blood is Black. Yesterday I read from page 79 to 145, so do those calculations because I can't do them in my head. And it was good. I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, like, wow. If you haven't read it, read it if you can, like if you're in the space too. And then I read 33 pages of kind of like an essay anthology called let me just double check because I think I wrote down the title of this book wrong. Yes, so it's called Light in Gaza, Writings Born of Fire, and it is edited by oh my god, I can't read that. It's too small. I should have organized this before. Sorry. It's on my... Yes. Okay. Sorry. So it's called Light in Gaza, Writings Born of Fire, and it's edited by Jihad Absalim, Jennifer Bing, Michael Merriman Lotzi, and it's published by Haymarket Books. I have, for the past, I think, few videos, I have in the description box some like resources if you want to, like reading lists, but also there's a couple there that it's free ebooks, and Light in Gaza is one of those free ebooks from Haymarket Books. So there you go. I read 33 pages of this. I only read essentially, let's have a look. I basically read the intro. Yep, I read the intro by Jihad Absalim. Sorry. I then read Gaza Asks, When Shall This Pass by Rafat Al-Ria. And I read On Why We Still Hold On to Our Phones and Keep Recording by Asma Abu Mazid. I was sobbing. This is essentially a collection that is meant to like put a light on Gazan voices. So it's by writers who either live in Gaza, like Palestinian writers who live in Gaza, or Palestinian writers who live outside of Gaza but who have experience in Gaza. I just, want to talk about being Palestinian. It is about their experiences, about their lives and what they've seen, and it's very impactful. Some of them are poetry, most of them are just essays. They're beautiful. I highly recommend this one. I think though, if you want like more of a historical contextual understanding of what's happening in Gaza, I don't know if I would necessarily start with this one. I think if you just want to uplift and like read and listen to Palestinian voices, and I highly recommend you read this. But I read 33 pages and then I fell asleep because, again, it's been an intense couple days. But I'm going to continue reading this throughout the next couple weeks. But that is what I read this week. Thanks for watching.